ruining a perfectly good Brothers Osborne song. I'm sorry, boys.
Good morning, USA. Let's meet P.
I blame my loss on the Russians, blame the Russians for my loss. I tried to ride Obama's coat, I even brought the sauce. Blame the Donald for the hate, the polls on CNN. I had it in the bag, yet I still didn't win. But it ain't my fault. No, it ain't my fault. Thought I had a good run, lot of wrong I'd done. Don't know why I lost. I blame the people voting Bernie, Alex Jones and his fake news. Blame the mainstream media that said I couldn't lose. I blame a server that was hacked while at the DNC. Blame all you damn misogynists who wouldn't vote for me. But it ain't my fault. No, it ain't my fault. Thought I had a good run, lot of wrong I'd done. Don't know why I lost. I take my handouts, I have an alibi. Killed all the witnesses, all by suicide. I sure made my mistakes, told the wrong lie.
Good morning, USA. I hope you liked the intro. That was courtesy of Funny Rednecks. I certainly hope they don't mind. I'm not going to share the whole thing with you, but please go over and share a little love with them. They work hard at trying to expose the hypocrisy of our friends on the left. What, can we call them friends anymore? I don't know. You know, it's funny when, like in person, I've met a few liberals. Hey, there we go, a little better lighting. But anyway, it is really funny, you know, when I meet liberals in person, and well, so far the ones I've met, you know, I also have some family members who are liberal, who just don't act the same way. They just don't act the same way. Get your Java. Stay with me a while. Cheers, D-Rob, C. Beagle, Care Love, Edward Black, Five Top Bullsheets, and all the rest of you. Care Love, if I forgot to mention you. Appreciate it. Well, my friends, I think I got a little bit of a raspy throat today. So if you can bear with me. And I'm sorry, I'm doing this a little different. It's a little funky. So what we'll do here, we'll grab a story right from the Conservative Tribune. Oh, yeah, I think I like that better. Do you guys? I'm trying to work with the lighting I have. Again, it's not great. I'm back to Michigan, as you probably can tell. The lighting here sucks. Okay, good. I can actually get that over. Alright, sorry, I started talking to myself. How about, let's see, what should we hear about today? Alright. Let's see what we got here. Dem firm behind faked Trump-Russia dossier pleads fifth. Dem firm behind faked Trump-Russian dossier pleads fifth. By Benjamin Aries on October 19, 2017 at 3:50 p.m. Okay, so Trump-Russia dossier pleads fifth. Dem firm behind faked Trump-Russia dossier pleads fifth. Okay. Guys, this is why I believe President Trump, he's playing their game. He's simply toying with these people. He's smart enough, and his IQ is high enough, I do believe, and I'm not what you would call it, a trumpeter. I do believe that this man is here for a reason. He got elected for a reason. It is all part of God's will. And he is there to change some things. He cannot change everything, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen within a month. It's not going to happen within 3 or 4 months. Not all at once. It's going to happen little by little, little by little, little by little. Each month there will be some little changes. he just simply can't. There's too much going on up in the District of Corruption. He just can't do it all by himself. And as you know, as a lot of you may know, the president is only one branch of the government. It is up to, in many cases, Congress to change laws, to, even go after these people. It's not up to President Trump to go after these people. President Trump can recommend that. He can issue a presidential executive order saying this is how I want you to handle this law. But beyond that, there's not much more he can do. He's got to rely on folks like Trey Gowdy and all those people for the rest of that. And Trey Gowdy's doing his darndest to make sure that government is run as less corruptly as possible. I mean, he's got some serious baggage to dig through there. All of them do. President Trump, Trey Gowdy, Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence, all of them do. Not all of them are part of the deep state, even if they're rich. And what President Trump is simply, he's a economics genius, is what I believe. He knows how to get things done at a much reduced cost. He can, a lot of times his construction projects come in under budget, that's saying something. When you can do that, and you look at many road commissions around the United States, they just don't, they simply don't, they can't do anything under budget. Our own local road commission where I live, everything's over budget. I mean, they hire, now they've gotten so they hire a private firm. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Elmer's Construction, but they're around quite a few places, I think in Michigan at least. Elmer's is pretty much taking over the road construction because they know how to do it. Oh, and subscribers, see vehicle. By the way, our road commission found out underneath a road called Garfield. There's actually another road underneath it, an old road, all underneath it. It's all still there. It's about I think it's about 30 feet under the current road. So anyway, just a little information for you. So how about if we get right into the news now? Sorry I had to chat with you for a minute. Hope you don't mind. Let me turn this baby this way. So anyway, I like this shirt. It says they got a t-shirt advertisement, Deplorables. Okay, so let me see. We are at Dem firm behind fake Trump Russia dossier pleads fifth. This is by Benjamin Aries on October 19th, 2017 at 3:50 p.m. So, you want to make sure you share this if you like it. There have been so many desperate attempts to discredit and attack Donald Trump both before and after the election that it's sometimes hard to keep track of them all. Yes, it is. One of the most shocking of those character hit pieces was a so-called dossier on Trump that was compiled when he was still a candidate. The 35-page document. 1 minute. Excuse me, folks. Okay, one of the most shocking of those character hit pieces was a so-called dossier on Trump that was compiled when he was still a candidate. The 35-page document contained alleged dirt on the man who would become president, including supposed ties to Russia and defamatory details of Trump's personal life, in a clear attempt to make it seem that Trump is either beholden to or vulnerable to blackmail from Russian President Vladimir Putin, which I think is a bunch of BS. I know it's a bunch of BS. And you guys may or may not disagree with me. You may or may not agree with me. Some may disagree with me. President Trump is he's not the same as some of the others. I've actually studied the man. I've been studying him. And that might be one of my new series here. That might be one of the first ones I pull out. Because it's interesting. I mean, this man wrote The Art of the Deal. And I don't believe he's part of the deep state. Is he always right? No. But but on the other hand, you've got to give him more than he's got right now. He hasn't even had a year in office yet. The election was only last November, and it's not even November yet. It's close, but it's not November. So you got to give any government official at least 2 years to actually make effective change. If they hold true to their promises. So far, to the best of my recollection, he's held true to at least most of his promises. He's not going to get I don't know what it is, and I don't know why so many people think we need a state-run or federally run some kind of health care thing. Maybe that's to avoid, to some degree, maybe that's to avoid the NWO. But anyway, you guys please leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think, okay? The dossier was passed off as completely true by the president's opponents, but there's one major red flag. Not a single bit of it has been proven to be accurate, and there are strong indications that it was completely fabricated as a smear tactic. I believe the latter, that it was completely fabricated as a smear tactic. Now, 2 of the co-founders of the research firm that produced the infamous dossier are refusing to answer questions in front of the House Intelligence Committee. On Wednesday, Peter Fritsch and Thomas Catton of Fusion GPS, an opposition research firm, pleaded the Fifth to literally every question that was asked by the committee. Okay, I'd like you guys to do some homework for me, okay? I want you to go to this website. I want you to find out, see if the website's still up. It is called Fusion GPS. Please look them up. I've heard of them before. I've done a bit of research. I can't say I've done a whole lot, but Fusion GPS, and that should help you learn. And President Trump has got to, even maybe sometimes pretend to hit stumbling blocks. That's what I believe personally. He's got to pretend that sometimes someone else is winning and he's not. He's trying to play the game with the deep state and, keep them off guard, keep them off track. While at the same time communicating with his voters. Guys, if you're not getting direct email from Donald Trump, from the real Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, you need to be getting email from him. Because he's got media accountability surveys, he's got presidential accountability surveys. He's trying. He's at least, if he's doing nothing else, he's at least trying to be the President of the United States and not the world dictator. Now, and as far as his tossing all those bombs in Syria, I think that was just a way of him showing that he can lead if he has to. And that he can dish those orders out if he needs to. I think it was for no other purpose, and they didn't hit anything. They didn't hit any people. They just, they simply tore up something. He just wanted to show the power and the awe of the United States, and he wanted to show that he was a leader, not a follower, like the Obedhead turd. Look down at this article, and I've got we'll go on. I'll jump into a little bit of what I saw yesterday, and I could not believe it. Anyway, on Wednesday, Peter Fish and Thomas Caton, a Fusion GPS, an opposition research firm, pleaded the fifth to literally every question that was asked by the committee. Yes, I would like you to go to Fusion GPS, subscribers, and do a little homework for me and leave any information in the comment section for me, please. Oh no, Mr. Nick B just gave you his homework. Oh, sorry. Anyway, pleading the Fifth Amendment means that a witness refuses to answer an inquiry in order to avoid self-incrimination. It is a long-established legal protection that does not immediately suggest guilt, but in this case, it certainly raises many hard questions about the dossier and the firm behind it. The House panel earlier this month subpoenaed Fitch, Caton, and their fellow partner Glenn Simpson to discuss their involvement in the dossier, which was compiled last year by former British spy Christopher Steele. Explained the Daily Caller. Fusion was working for an ally of Hillary Clinton's last June when the firm hired Steele to investigate Donald Trump's personal and business activities in Russia, continued the news magazine. And what the hell were they investigating Donald Trump for? While he was a candidate, what the hell does Hillary Clinton think she has the right to do that for? Who the hell does she think she is? You know, I absolutely think that's insanely stupid. My buds. Anyways, we'll get better lighting in here, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this video. And again, let's grab your coffee, stay a few minutes with me. We're almost done. These programs will come out. Good Morning USA will roll out earlier in the morning. I promise you, we'll get it done earlier. Just having trouble getting used to I guess the Michigan environment. Again, I'd like to thank my family, both on the East Coast in Maryland and in Georgia. I so enjoyed the vacation. I had a pool in both places for a couple weeks in Maryland, the first couple of weeks in Maryland. What I did is I went to Maryland for a couple of weeks, went to Georgia for a couple of weeks, and I had a pool in both places. Second couple of weeks I went back to Maryland. Yeah. I got a nephew. For the purpose of this video, we'll call him Michael. Anyway, and he asked me to come back, so, or they asked me to come back, so anyways, him and his mom and dad. Knock on wood. Beautiful places, beautiful places. I like the Maryland scenery better. Lots of water out there, lots of, kind of right near the Chesapeake Bay. It's just awesome. Anyway, sorry, I'm off track a little bit. So anyway, normally an unconfirmed dossier compiled from a single source wouldn't hold much weight. In this case, however, the Obama holdover FBI apparently decided to use the unsourced document to investigate Trump's alleged and unproven ties to Russia. And they're all unproven. He's spoken it already. President Trump has already come out and said, I got nothing. I got zero interest in Russia. He's already said that. So, you know, I'd believe him over anybody on the left. I absolutely would believe him over anybody on the left. By the way, he used to be a Democrat, and doggone it, I voted for him. But I was one of the holdovers on the conservative side. I wasn't about to vote for him until about, I'd say, either month and a half to 2.5 months before his election. I was stubbornly holding on to Ben Carson. He wouldn't have been a bad president, but I think he needs a little bit more experience in as far as polishing up. As far as polishing up his presidential image, Ben Carson has, where Donald Trump has been in a lot of business dealings and all that. He kind of knows how to get that stuff done. So he would know how to lower our taxes easier. And I mean, he just, you look at what Donald Trump he got. I can't remember what presidential candidate. I think it was Ted Cruz, calling all of Ben Carson's supporters and telling him, Ben Carson dropped out of the race, vote for me. And Donald Trump caught him. At the time, candidate Donald Trump caught him. Says, look, you lied. You told everyone that Ben Carson dropped out of the race. He's here. Anyways, so we're going a little too far back there. So anyway, normally an unconfirmed dossier compiled from a single source wouldn't hold much weight. In this case, however, the Obama holdover FBI apparently decided to use the unsourced document to investigate Trump's alleged and unproven ties to Russia, and they are unproven. And they are false. After the fusion of GPS, founders refused to answer questions in front of the House committee. Trump himself blasted the firm on Twitter. Here is Donald J. Trump's Twitter tweet. Twitter tweet. This is Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump. Workers of a firm involved with the discredited and fake dossier take the fifth who paid for it. Russia, the FBI, or the Dems, or all. We know who paid for it. So does he. Workers of a firm involved with the discredited and fake dossier take the fifth who paid for it. Russia, the FBI, or the Dems, or all, demanded the president. It looks increasingly like the Democrats were so eager to derail the Trump candidacy that they would fabricate anything in an attempt to sabotage. At the same time, the media was so blatantly anti-Trump that some elements of it, like BuzzFeed, would have published anything even if it was made up out of thin air. The American people deserve the truth, and anybody who knowingly spread false and slanderous claims needs to be held accountable. I agree totally. If you're slandering somebody, you should just flat out go to prison. If you are saying things that just are completely they're fabricated and completely untrue, I don't care if you're Hillary Clinton or Barack Fat Ass Obama, you need to go to prison. And with that, please share this article. This is from the Conservative Tribune, and it is from Benjamin Aries. Great article. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can find... Excuse me, folks. 1 minute. And we're back. So I thought I'd bring this up for you. So, boy, beautiful day. It sounds like it might be a little windy today. So anyway, shall I read this to you? I hope you guys don't mind. This is from Atari.com. This is Atari.com/news/Atari-reveals-more details-about Atari box. Anyway, Atari reveals more details about Atari box, and it got 1 like so far. I cannot believe that. With a design inspired by the iconic console and powered by the latest chip technology, Atari box will offer much more than video games. And I would believe Atari's reporting more than anybody else's. You watch a lot of independent creators on YouTube. Many of them are getting it all wrong. There are a few of them, however, that are nailing it. And they're simply telling us, the good ones are simply telling you that it's just way too early because of this few details. They're minor details that they're releasing. They're doing this purposefully because at the same time they want to share information with their fans. They want to keep it from the competition, and so they're doing it as secretly as they can, but at the same time trying to release information to their fans, to their fan base. So anyways, guys, with my experience in retail, I worked a year at Myers since I was about 20, I think, or 18 actually. Worked about 6 years at Giant Way, the Giant Ways of Michigan. You can look them up because you can still find a little history on them. Um, so I worked 6 years there. I worked at, yeah, not worth mentioning. Sorry. Well, I also worked at Yonkers for a few months. That's worth mentioning. Some decent people work there. My local Yonkers in particular. And I also worked for both Kmart's in my hometown. One to the east side, far east of me. And I worked at that one nearly 6 years. Then I worked at the one right in town, in kind of be the inner city one. I worked there for about 2 years. So you put all that together, 6 years at Giant, a year at Myers, 6 years at Giant. That's 7 years in retail. Um, and at Giant, I had a lot of marketing training, facing grocery marketing, all that stuff. But so 6, 7 for Meyer and Giant Way. Then another 6 at Kmart, so that's 12, 13, 14. 13, excuse me. Then 2 at Kmart, 14, 15 years. And then, of course, Yonkers for 3 months. So, 15 years and 3 months in retail. I also have service education. I worked for Head Start for 2 years. And shortly after that, I had someone hire me at the public schools. And I worked there for nearly 15 years. And so I have a lot of knowledge in my small head here. Well, I don't know. It could be big. Anyways, I don't know. Feels big right now because I get a little bit of a headache. So anyways, let's get on with this. New York AP, September 26, 2017. Atari, one of the world's most recognized publishers and producers of interactive entertainment, today released new information about Atari Box, a product that brings gaming and more to the living room. The launch also signals a return by Atari to creating its own hardware, a broad ecosystem of accessories and content. Since we announced Atari Box 3 months ago, we have received more than 90,000 registrations at AtariBox.com. So if you want to follow them, go to AtariBox.com. And I'm reading off from the Atari.com official website, but they've created a special website for this unit only, and it's called AtariBox.com. So Atari Box is a unique, modern design influenced by iconic Atari products, such as the Atari 2600 technology. It is powered by an AMD customized processor with random graphics technology. Atari Box will offer games and more, bringing a full PC experience to the TV. It will also include streaming applications, social, browsing, and music. The Atari Box will run a Linux OS with a user interface customized for the TV. The Atari Box will launch with a large back catalog of Atari classic games and current titles from a range of studios. Additional details on content and partnerships will be released at a later date. Given the open nature of the OS, players will also be able to access and play compatible games from other content platforms. Aha! Nice. With the Atari Box, we wanted to create an open system, a killer product where people can game, stream, and browse with as much freedom as possible. Atari games and content will be available, as well as content from other producers, said Fred Chenet, Atari Chief Executive Officer, CEO. We also wanted to launch the Atari Box with our community and reward our fans with exclusive early access special editions and include them in active participants in the product rollout. Atari Box will first be made available via Indiegogo crowdfunding platform this fall with targeted global launch in spring 2018. The expected price range will be between $249 and $299 USD depending on specific editions and memory configuration. People are used to the flexibility of a PC, but most connected TV devices have closed system and content. Okay, so you gotta pay attention, guys. People are used to the flexibility of a PC, but most connected TV devices have closed system and content stores. Atari Box is an open system, and while our user interface will be easy to use, people will also be free to access and customize the underlying OS. And Fergal Mack, Atari Box general manager, said Fergal Mack, wow, what a name, Atari Box general manager. We've chosen to launch Atari Box with Indiegogo given their focus on delivering technology products and their strong international presence in over 200 countries, allowing us to reach and involve as many Atari fans around the world as possible. So that is Atari's goal. That is Atari's goal with this product. It is to reach as many fans. If many of these other YouTubers would actually go to Atari.com and actually read the information they already have, this is what they're saying about the Atari Box, and this is why they're launching it on Indiegogo, because they want as many of their fans involved. So they're looking to their fans, much like the very successful retail establishments do. They look to their customers to provide feedback to them. And if you don't provide feedback, then they don't know, and then they just do their own thing, and they will continue to do their own thing. Then they will go by the wayside. Anyway, guys, that is it. We're running over. Stay tuned for more Good Morning USA tomorrow morning. Guys, subscribers, I really hope you appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. Anyone who has joined me, anyone who will join me, C-Beagle, D-Rob, Deplorable Rob, Carrie Love, Edward Black, who did I miss? Pot Top Bullshits. God bless you all. Please stay true to your faith and values, and always please love one another. God bless you all. Love you. Peace out. Mr. Nick.